Hey there, welcome to or welcome back to Okie Outdoor Adventures. Today I'm doing a very quick video, a brutal honest review of the Wild Edge steps. So, maybe 45 days ago I got this idea in my head that I was going to start saddle hunting and started watching videos and doing a ton of research and really wanted to find something that was very much within my budgetary requirements but also was a quality product and would keep me safe. So I shopped around for sticks, I shopped steps, naders, swaders, aiders, baiters, just about everything that you could think of. And I settled on these Wild Edge steps, which I'm going to pick one up really quick and kind of show you what we're talking about. You saw it in that little bit of B-roll, but this is the Wild Edge step, right? So this is a system that does not screw to a tree. You're using a rodent-proof rope and you're camming this over to lock it into the tree and away you climb. So I wanted to provide some brutally honest feedback from the perspective of a heavyweight hunter. By heavyweight hunter, I'm talking, I'm 300 pounds right now, 6'2", 6'3"-ish, depending on what boots I have on. So I'm a big guy. So I wanted to provide a little bit of feedback as I've used these for a couple of hunts as of Saturday. And would like to share what I've observed. So we're going to start first and foremost with a little bit of background on Wild Edge Inc. They are a veteran-owned company here in the United States. They stand behind their product. Their mission, according to their website, they are committed to bringing you the best quality products, customer service, and innovative design. They're the only company offering the original step-ladder system, are veteran-owned and operated business and proud of the product and passionate about the outdoors. So, on paper, everything sounds good. As far as the price is concerned, these came in at a whopping $20 per step. So, I ended up with 8 steps in total. Probably a few more than I need, and you certainly wouldn't need that many if you were using a nader, a swader, or an aider of some sort. But I ended up with 8, so I'm gonna share a little bit about that experience. So off the jump, they feel very well made. The finish on them is nice. They do feel very weather resistant, which I haven't left them out, but I will never trust anything that's advertised as a rodent-proof rope unless it's a freaking dog chain or like steel cable, and then the squirrels around here are nuts. So I'm not even gonna trust it at that point. But the moment I took these out, tying the knot takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you've got that figured out, it's very quick. You can get up a tree in a matter of minutes if you're careful. You take your time, you get all your steps set correctly, you'll be good to go. So once you get the knot figured out, it's not too bad. I may do another video on that at some point. There's plenty of those out right now. I may link one or two in the description below, but that's up to you. So once I get these on the tree, my initial feedback is they feel okay. I wear a size 13 boot, and I can balance with both feet on one step relatively easily. I will say when I tried to climb with an aider or nader rather, I had some issues with it sliding from side to side. So if you can prefab a method to square off the center pieces to keep your aider in the same place, I think you'd be better off in that regard. Now, I guess where the brutal honest feedback comes from being a bigger guy is I have had 2 instances now where I've had my step set in the tree and thought I was going to die. So I got them cammed over, got them set in the tree, everything felt secure. I step up onto the step and it kicks out immediately. So you could argue user error, which I will happily accept. However, I don't know. They felt very, very securely cammed over. And I know that not all trees are equal, right? Certain trees have a different type of bark that these aren't going to bite into maybe as well as other trees. But when you're 20, 25 feet in the air and you step down on your top step and it moves, just hope that you got your safety equipment connected and you're good to go, and probably that you brought a clean change of underwear. So my initial feedback is, I don't know how I feel about that. What I discovered, however, and I don't know if this is related to the steps slipping necessarily, is rope stretch. There have been a couple of guys on different forums that I've been on that recommend putting your steps in a tree and leaving them over the weekend to allow the ropes ample time to get stretched, and then you won't have the issue of them loosening or slipping as you put them on the tree. So we'll give that a shot. I'll let you know how that goes in another video. But yeah, I mean, they overall feel pretty secure. I had 7 steps up this last weekend, and of those 7, 2 of them slipped. The other 5 stayed in place very well. Now, I did want to share something a little bit concerning, and I'm hoping visually that you can see this. So here's a normal step, and it's going to focus on my face, so I apologize. And then here is a step that got bent. So you can see this is bent in, right? It's not the same as this. Now, this was one of my top steps. So I'm going to need somebody to explain to me how this bent if it was cammed over and everything was normal. Is it because of my weight? I mean, they had a 4-wheeler connected to a pulley system hanging from a step. I don't weigh as much as a 4-wheeler. Was it because I overcammed it? Was it my knot? Was it this particular one is just defective? I really don't know. I haven't contacted Wild Edge Inc. yet. I haven't seen too many instances of that occurring, so I'm not particularly worried. And they say that you can bend that back out, but I feel like that may compromise the integrity of the step itself. So, to the brutally honest review part of this video, and I've been rambling on for 6 minutes now. For the price, you can't beat it. 20 bucks a step, and really only needing 3 or 4 if you use an 8 or Swader system. I mean, that's huge. That's less than 1 stick in most cases. Overall effectiveness, I'm actually, despite the couple of issues that I had, I'm pretty satisfied. The last weekend, I think it took me 10, maybe 15 minutes to get all the way in the tree, even with the slips, and one of them tried to eat my pinky, so that was fun. So overall, performance-wise, I'm very pleased to this point. I'd like to get a few more climbs under my belt before I pass final judgment, but I will say that as a bigger man, they do feel very secure once you get them set. Now, my suggestion to you is to practice tying that knot in the dark, practice tying it in the rain, practice tying it with your eyes tied behind your back. Figure that one out. Practice. I cannot overstate that enough. Also, make sure that you're offsetting your steps. Don't build your ladder straight up. It's going to become very challenging when you get to the top of your steps. If you're not using a ring of steps, if you're using a platform, you want to have your steps offset that you can step up onto your platform without it being in the way of your gut or your gear. So, storage and the pack. Let's touch on that for just a second. That thing is horrible. I'm going to fix it. I don't think that it wasn't like intended to be some great fancy, end all be all. I need to put like a strap from a duffel bag or something to get a little bit of relief on my neck because the strap itself just cuts into it. The pack is okay, but it's a little bit snug. There's a lot of DIY options. You could technically store them in a backpack if you so choose, but it's not my favorite. It looks nice. It's functional. It gets me by, but I would probably pass on that if I had to pay extra for it. So overall, I'm going to give the steps an A right now. I will get some additional time in the tree, let you know if my opinion of them changes. But overall, very effective, very efficient, and very affordable. So let me know what you guys think. If you're a bigger hunter, let me know what climbing method you're using. If it's sticks, if it's steps, if it's a SRT method, whatever that might be. I'm interested to learn, and I'd love to learn from you experts. So drop a note below, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're not currently a subscriber, and we'll see you next time, either on the water or in a tree.